It's time for a party. The holiday season is on us, and it's the time of the year that the most parties are given. So today I'm going to show you a few tricks of the trade as to how to get an interesting party table. Now, a lot of the Christmas parties and things that are given are potlucks, so you really can't control the food areas all the time. But when that happens, I always try to set up the area for where my service plates and my beverages are, because that I generally can control and give the whole thing a festive feel. So number one, I always start by creating different levels. Today I've used my favorite pieces, which are a couple of round tables. You can also do it with card tables, or use one long table and a smaller table and just create your levels that way. But here I've used two round tables, and then one trick that I get or use to get the separate height. For instance, today, if you see under this cloth, I have used flower pots that are all the same size. Sometimes, depending on where I am and what's available throughout the house, paint cans work really well, clay flower pots. If I happen to have boxes that are all the same, full of paper, computer paper or something, I'll use those as well. Anything that's sturdy that can hold the weight of the table so that you get this separate height. It's a very easy way to start out. Then in skirting the table, I use, because of the different heights, go to your bargain tables at the fabric store, find bolts of fabric. I'll buy a whole bolt just because it's functional and I can have more options. And then you can use that fabric to create your different lengths of skirting depending on how much you pull it up on the table. Now from there, I've done the tabletops two different ways. This one I've used the square tablecloth, and then over here I have used two table runners. Now I like the look just because, again, it gives me some variation. It makes it a little more interesting than if I had used two cloths or used all runners to create the look. But you can see, you know, how both looks. Choose your favorite, play around with it, and get your tabletop going. Now then, after that, I'll move over here to the food service area. First off, the very next thing that I did, this is our garland, which if you've been keeping up with the videos that we make here at Trees and Trends, I showed you how to make this in the garland video. Now this garland is just laid across the table, and then I've done a short section and cut in between the two joining areas. Then the arrangement, in our arrangement video, the quick centerpiece, I've set that up on the upper table so that I've got the most height. Now you can see I've got all of these levels going. Now then, I've got my entree or food plates stacked, which this is our Savina china. It's the newest china pattern that we've gotten in. And of course it's in green and red dots. And then we have the dessert plates stacked, and those are in a variety of patterns and colors also. So it just makes it a lot of fun. And of course, as you can see, when you're stacking, I mix my patterns. For the napkins, in this case, I've used a gift-shaped box in the group and just prop the lid up. Always think, what do I have, or what would be kind of fun to both hold and create more interest in my display. And then my napkins are just folded in the normal rectangle, and they're just stood on end. So it's easy for your guests to just pick up a napkin as they go along. Forks, I think this is a lot of fun. This is what you would normally bake banana bread or something in. It's that size baking dish. And this is a monkey ornament that we had, and I fixed it like he's getting in the bathtub. And I'm using that for my fork service. So your guests will get a lot of fun out of it as they're getting their fork, and it's a great way for conversation and laughter to start for the party. So now we have this area all set. And then, of course, in front of this table, This is an indoor-outdoor decoration piece. Don't think of your outdoor pieces as just having to stay outdoors. And this snowman is great because he's fabric, and this can pop off the frame for easy cleaning, but he collapses down completely flat. So it's great for storage, doesn't take up any room hardly throughout the year, and he's just a really fun piece, lightweight, comes with stakes to stick in the ground, and easy to assemble. And then of course around the base, with it being inside, I've just laid an LED net light and some cotton batting over it to create a snowman effect. Now then, moving on over to the beverage table, we have our stack gift box, beverage dispenser, again with another one of our monkeys, which of course their arms move and everything. So that just looks like he's assisting you in getting your spiced cider. We've got the cups, and I went ahead and set those on one of our plates. Anytime you've got glassware, if you have a tray that you can stack things in, it gives them more importance. So it makes them even more special. Then I've used one of the square soup bowls to do the spoons for mixing your beverages with. And then of course we've got our fun wine glasses, and I have the wine bottles all set up. Go ahead and open several. Use the fun holiday wine stoppers to help keep the wine fresh, but it also just adds more to the party feel. If you follow these tips, expand or decrease depending on the space that you have, move the tables around, play with it, you can have a lot of fun before your party, and your guests will really enjoy it throughout the event. So you can get all of these things at our stores at Trees and Trends. Feel free to come and browse, think outside the box, shop the store, think creatively for different ways that you can use things, and have a lot of fun. Thanks.